Hello. I've got a monster energy. Ooh, I almost forgot to send a telegram out. It's all yellow. I'm blue. Dabba deepa dabba da. Who's yellow? Oh, there we go. I was just responding to you too. You guys like my starting soon screen? I've been keeping it updated with all my new art. It's very pretty, I think. And yes, I unfortunately included the Napoleon. Oh boy. Which, by the way, guys, I have updated the website. I have a card now. I'm pretty sure the credits page is accurate. I probably missed one or two. I have, in these past 3 years, been a little extra with getting art. Angry Nap, I know. I love Dancing Nap, dancing on the corpse of the femboy form, personally. Just to the lower right of that. What could I say? I meme on myself. I might bring out the femboy form every now and then, though. I don't know. Do you guys want to do like a model overview of like all my past models? Me extra? Never. No. Misinformation on the internet. Misinformation. Yes? Okay. We're going to do that after. But we'll go over all the different models and PNGs and stuff I've had in the past. Although, again, I reset my OBS ahead of this stream, which is why I have none of my captures set up. But yeah, we're gonna have to make captures live, but we'll go through it all. Go through everything. You got it when you debut, exactly. Okay. Are you guys ready? I don't think you're ready. Let me know if you guys are ready, because I'm not sure if you guys are exactly prepared to see all this, you know? There's a lot to be seen. There's a lot to hype up about this. Because, you know, it's... I've made content for a while now. Admittedly, not too much the past year. And hopefully that picks up soon. But I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I am not really in this for the money as much as I am for meeting cool people and having a great time making content that I'm proud of. And I've met some really good people. I've met some great artists. I've met some good friends. I've met the love of my life. And even though I've fed into a lot of things in the past year regarding possibly retiring, possibly ending. I just enjoy this too much. I even thought about going face cam, and honestly, I hid those VODs last week because I have a medium that I love and a medium that I enjoy making content with. And I don't want to be scared away from that. I want to embrace that. Even if this community can be something else sometimes. After 3 long years and a platform change to YouTube, and probably still another year to go of me being a little inconsistent, I'm here to stay. And I don't think, even if I get inconsistent, even if I slow down, I'm ever going to stop. Because I love what I do. I really do. And I really enjoy watching people show up and watching people enjoy my streams and really have a lot of fun with it. And I couldn't be happier. I couldn't ask for a better community, as small as it is. I really appreciate everything you guys done. All the art, all the good vibes, everything. So yeah. Welcome to a new era. With a new nap, a new model, and a whole lot of love. Little guy become big, indeed. Let's go. You guys like it? You like how wiggly I am? Okay, enough with the epic intro. Let's head over here. Welcome to the new ice cream shop, parlor, whatever. I got my stool here. I definitely have. Hi. What's up? How's it going? Short? I'm not short. I'm a fox. Ish. I have none of my stuff set up correctly. So fucking cute. I know. Q-Stray, thank you, Kaho. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, look how wiggly. In fact, you know what? Let's boop. Let's just go big so you guys can see everything and everything. It's smug aura gets me. I know you like the smug. I still have to do some parameter adjustment, I feel. Especially with the mouth. I love this so much. I love this so much. You guys don't understand how much I've been looking at this stuff. Hi. This has been a long time coming. And by a long time coming, I mean a few months at tops after an impulse purchase. But still, it's great. I don't know if it's lighting. Is my mic in the way? I don't know. Could be my glasses too. Could be calibration. Also, look how far I can turn. Oh. Wait. What? It's a wiggly. Look at my tail. Look at my tail go. It's super cute. I know. And best part is when I get cold or if I get eepy, I could just bundle up and get a little comfy wumpy. Yes. Look how comfy I am. I know. You're jealous of how comfortable I am. Yeah. This model is so... Oh my god. Is it weird that it's almost gender affirming? I'm not going to evaluate that too much. You sure I am? Yes. Yeah. I have a few expressions. Let's go over the expressions real quick. Because obviously you've seen the heart, the love, the happy face. Very cute. And of course you've seen the blankie. I love the blankie. The blankie is the big feature of this model. If gender is small fox, then gender is small fox. Exactly. I identify as a fucking menace. I know my buttons. I've forgotten which expressions for which buttons. So we're going to find out live after I loop the music. Oh, wait. Music's looping. Never mind. And here is my endgame phrase. When I'm done with your shit, chat. I remember some of those comments. I've seen what you think. I know your alt account. I'm judging you harshly. Then I think it's sad face. Those comments make me sad. Why would you do that to me? Do you see my face? How could you do that to this face? I don't want this anymore. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want that. It's so good. I know. It's so good. It's generally such a cute model. I know. I know. Just don't get weird with it. Or I'm gonna get scared. Kirsche virtual hugs. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the virtual hugs. Now, if you don't, brain words. The faces are amazing. They are. This is such an expressive model, and it's so wiggly. You guys want to see what happens when I turn up the physics, though? Oop, oop. Where's the physics? I always forget what fucking screen the thing is in. Fluffin'. I'm gonna start doing what Neko does, and I'm gonna try not to curse as much. Mostly because YouTube doesn't like it, and I don't want to bother, like, having to censor myself, like, in post, like, editing. I don't like editing. I need to find an editor who will work for exposure. Because I'm broke as shit. Where's the physics? Where's the physics? Am I blind? Am I literally blind? Oh. Model lock. You feel that? Yeah. There we go. Physics strength. Watch this. I'm straight tweaking. I'm straight tweaking, bro. I'm straight tweaking. And that is why you don't change the physics away from the default value. Although I did give myself dragging physics. I need to experiment to see if I can trigger the dragging physics with more, like, automated things. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So much movement, I know. I know, it's so much movement. I'm bringing something up real quick. Because we gotta do credits. We gotta talk some credits real quick. Because as usual, yes, remember to like, favorite, subscribe. Do I have that on the scene? I should. I don't. Thank you, Kit. Like, favorite, subscribe. I use that for the video of the podcast. If I remember. I should capture this. Hold on. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. Yes, hit the bell. Get notifications. Don't be late to my streams. Ever. I guess I'm doing a window capture. Window capture. Create new. WC-Chrome. Perfect. Oop. Meow. Okay, so first off, this model, of course, is by the wonderful Vel, who, if you don't remember, also is where I adapted Napuppy from. Yes, they have lots of comms open right now, actually. I think they just opened up their headshots, the floating island reference sheet. I want one of these, but I can't barely afford $50 things right now. This is the model, by the way. This is a YCH model. So if you want to get one just like it, find yourself ADUSD. Vel is a pleasure to work with. They did such an incredible job. And also, I forgot to show off something real quick that they did for me. There is a idle animation for when I walk away where I get eepy and I take a little nappy wappy. Only 80s wild. Exactly. And this animation was meant to like sort of loop, so at a certain point the thing comes off, and I asked for Vel if there was a way to not make it loop, because I haven't set that up yet, but I'm gonna make a BRB screen where I'm gonna be just like this, and then you guys can try to throw things at me to wake me up. I thought that was funny. And they went out of their way and they went above and beyond to make it an animation where it's not going to break and it can just stay there endlessly. Which I don't know if that was hard or easy, but either way, they did it without any extra charge, and I really appreciate that. So big shout out to Vel, Vel, for it being not only an amazing artist, but also for providing amazing service. As we know, sometimes phrasing. Customer service and communication with your clients as an artist is difficult, but also an essential skill. Matters. And of course, the music, as always. I say as always as if I haven't experimented with Epidemic Sound, but from our good friend Rayless and his free, copyright-free music from Cat Records. Oh, and I should probably pull up the background. I didn't add the background credit to the card, did I? I'm stupid. I am a known, unintelligent individual. I have to grab thing on. I have to go over to Firefox to log into my booth. I got this off Booth. This background. Purchases. Well, don't take me to the order detail. Take me to the item. Silly computer. I just pulled the thing from, okay. This is the item. It's by Rokuji Koko, who does several VTuber asset stuffs. This is their, I think, can I translate this page? Oop. Okay. Yeah. Streaming room store, sweet specialty store, streaming material for planning, chat, singing, extra, for blah, blah, blah. So yes, Rokuji Koko on Booth, who does a lot of good background stuff, to be honest. They got a lot of really cute, adorable things. But I did settle on this one. There. That's the boo. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. How you guys doing? What are you guys thinking? What kind of shenanigans do you want to get up to? Because there's a lot to be done with this model. Not gonna lie. Loses tracking as I drink my monster. I'm also low-key eating breakfast too. The cups are upside down. Oh yeah, they're probably hanging. I'm listening while doing chores. Let's go. Let me scooch my butt back to the counter. See, I like this countertop. I like this bar, but also I feel like it hides me too much. You went to a small amusement park. Oh, let's go. Didn't win any big prizes, though. Oh, well. Can't win them all. But you know what? You had a good time, though, right? I would assume. And I adjusted the eye parameters, and I feel like it's getting half-lidded too much now. I adjusted them last second, and I probably should not have. I'm going to go readjust them. Eye open left. 1.9. Eye open right. 1.9. Yeah, I think that's better. You had fun. Let's go. What kind of games did you play? What's your favorite amusement park game? Personally, I don't know if other countries have this, but there's a game where there's like a piece of paper that hangs from like a little string, and you get given like a cap gun, little airsoft gun basically. And the idea is there's a symbol printed on the paper, and you shoot out that symbol through the paper. So you got like 100 shots, and you have to like cut out a triangle or like a star. And you have to like basically outline it. And if there's any red still on the paper, you lose. And I remember pissing someone off real bad because what I did was I just shot a straight line across the top and cut the entire paper off from the mount. And they were like, no, that doesn't count. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean that doesn't count? What do you mean? That's some bullshit. I need to recalibrate. It was a total scam. Total scam. There's this ball game where you have to pull a pin back and launch the ball into different holes, which gives some points. I got the smallest prize. Oh. Oh, I have my angry face still on. That's why it's not smiling. It sounds kind of like a pinball game. I've never heard that. There's another game where you fished a rubber duck from a pond with moving water. Oh. I like those fishing games. I think I've seen a few of those over here. Why can't I resize this window? Thank you. Yeah, personally, I'm more of a fan of the games with amusement parks. I'm not a big roller coaster guy. Do you guys like roller coasters? Those two games are the easiest to get something rather than nothing. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know what else I'm gonna do? I wonder. So I think the mouth tracking again is just needs. I still need to do some parameter adjusting. I think I'm still playing with like calibrations. I'm still playing with angles. Again, I wanted to have so much more prepared. Like I don't have a chat box. I don't have any alerts. I don't think you can have alerts actually on YouTube, can you? Because I think like you know with Twitch you can like get a little pop-up when someone follows. I don't think that works for YouTube because most subscriptions are private. So they actually don't advertise who subscribes to who unless you manually go in and edit that, you know? I prefer the slow rides with the Ferris wheel. Yes, same. I love a Ferris wheel. Oh my god. I love the Ferris wheel. It's good for like the end of a trip, you know? Like when we went to the Jersey Shore, me and Kanan and my family last year, we ended the trip with there's like a boardwalk. There's a huge boardwalk that goes for miles and miles and miles and miles. But there's a section of it that has a Ferris wheel and like a bunch of carnival rides, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. We got a lot of big plans for the next year. Honestly, a lot of it's going to be a holding pattern, but we're planning on moving somewhere more affordable, and that's going to be an undertaking. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Also, you know, it'd be really cool if you have a Blue Sky account. Why don't you post this, repost this little post that I made at the start of stream that has gotten 0 likes. Guys, I know I did this last minute and it's really my own fault. But god damn, my promotions for the debut went nowhere. They went nowhere. Looking house search straight. Thank you. I don't think we'll be buying the house, but we will be moving somewhere more affordable to then buy the house. That's gonna be good. I think I need to be a bit bigger, even if it looks a bit awkward. I just want more of my models shown off. I don't know. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But we need to be more active. Honestly, I want to go fishing. I want to do some more active stuff. I've always been a bit of a homebody and not really left the house, but now like it's weird because now I have Kanan in my life. I want to be better. I want to be like more healthy. I need to be more fit. I have to outlive him, that's for sure. So you know, I'm trying to work on that. That's why I've lost so much weight in the past year. Year and a half, really. I keep starting a sentence and not finishing it, and I think it makes me sound like I'm sad or like I'm depressed. And it's just that my brain is still not working even after an Adderall and half a Monster. But yeah, I want to do more. I want to take him to the city more. I want to. I want to build a home lab. Okay, we're gonna go into tech talk real quick because I like talking about my tech stuff. I like talking about my engineering and all that fun stuff. I just realized I should have left this group real quick. Boop. 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 Okay. Maybe she needs milk. Ooh. I did see a caffeinated milk protein shake on TikTok. Who the fuck is Stray? So Kaho is from the ancient times when I went by Stray Tech Man. And I was still using Nap, sort of. So, but it was, people just, you know how people are with usernames. That's why people change usernames, as I'm sure that you've experienced the trauma of someone calling you by an old name. But Kaho's like one of the few people left who gets Stray permissions because she's been here since the beginning, since the before times. Speaking of, I promised some old models to be shown off, didn't I? I believe I did. But I was saying who the fuck is Stray because it's been so long since Stray. Oh, right. Were you around for the Stray era? I don't even remember. My brain is mush. Okay? Mush. At 35, my brain is a dollop of 4 cheese mashed potatoes wrapped in tinfoil. That's how much structural integrity. I was there for the very end. Okay, that sounds about right. Change model. Let's go. Are you guys ready for a flashback? You stopped like 2 weeks into friendship. Ah, yeah, yes. Flashback. Who's this? Who is this? Oh my god, I was having such a gender crisis. So this is the original Stray, which you've seen in TikToks. Yes, I did make a lot of TikToks with this model specifically. Mostly, well, Stray is back. I know. I didn't use this model for very long. I think the reason it's like half my TikToks is because that's when I was trying to make a big push into TikTok. And I've realized within a few months, I hate making TikToks and I don't want to make TikToks. So I stopped making TikToks. Although I might start streaming on TikTok. I heard that was good. Was it custom or pre-made? This is pre-made. This was $10 on Booth. And in fact, there's 2 versions of it on Booth that are each $10. And they all have multiple hair colors, outfit colors, and eye colors. So you can just kind of mix and match, which is what I did. If you go back to all those old VODs, shout out to the Phase 1 playlist on this channel, you'll find that I would change, especially the outfit, almost every stream. It's the same outfit, just with like, instead of a red dress, it'd be black or blue. It was very, very customizable. Low-key, they could have made a customizable model from this, but that functionality was not in VTube Studio at the time. Oh, I just realized I did not press show on this, you calling me an ADHD ass, which is not bullying because it's just factual. You changed a lot? Yeah. Yeah, and I would get all sorts of assets on and hooked up, but yeah. Then after this model, we went to a PNG tube era. Because this, I called this the non-debut because it wasn't my custom model, and my custom model was in progress and was being made, actively worked on. There, yeah. So what I did was I started disliking this model because it wasn't me. Because it was obviously not, you know, Napoleon. It wasn't pink enough, really. And the pink hair on this model kind of looked meh. Like it was the wrong pink. Because I'm kind of like a strawberry to salmon pink. Oh, I need to resize this. Boop. And that's when we did .2 capture, Vito tube, mini. Oh. Pre-multiplied alpha? Yes. Yes, and that's this boyo. Hello? Can I close this? Thank you. What did the pink look like? I don't know if I still have it, but it just wasn't the right color pink. But obviously, this is a PNG that I still use today quite a bit. This was by Zeki. And I entered what I called the undebut era, because the idea was I was going to stop using this pink-haired model and exclusively use my PNG tuber, which was custom. So that's what I did. I had a lot of fun with this because I slapped shit on top of this. This is my fishing hat, fishing nap. Women fear me, fish fear me, men turn their eyes away from me as I walk. No beast dare make a sound in my presence. I am alone on this barren earth. Very gender, frankly. And then what is this? What is this one? This one just says no bitches on it. It's the puppy from Vel. The puppy was later, though. I remember I made this because I was going to start streaming a lot of shooters. And I even, like, edited the talking so I'm still, like, holding the the grip of the gun. This is the Spitfire from Apex Legends, because I was going to stream Apex Legends, because I used to play Apex Legends like 4, 5, 6 hours a day. I was probably not mentally well, let's be real. But that was... I never used this again. I used it for one stream. This is New Year's nap. I threw a hat on this. I had this whole asset set. I think I had it for this model too. The Stray model. Oh no, it was definitely the whatchamacallit. It was definitely the Femboy model. Yeah, because this was the era when I started using this as a TTS bot. Yeah, that's what it is. And then we went to the Femboy model. You guys ready for a flashbang? First time this model's been seen in probably like 2 years. Look at this cutie patootie. Look at his big-headed ass. Femboy Nap. Why did that get auto-modded? It is Femboy Nap. Hello. 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 How are you all doing? I don't have any hotkeys to take off this hat. This was the first app I saw? Yes. I love this model. Honestly, I really do. As much as I'd meme about it being freaking dead and I hate it, I love it. It's... I don't know. It was the start of something. Feet. Look at my feet. Look at my knees. I even put... Okay, so I put this, the male symbol. What is this called? Venus? No, Mars. The Mars symbol. On my coat. And it did not matter. People do not look that close. I have older PNGs I really like, but just aren't me anymore. Exactly. It's just not me anymore. It's just not me. And that's okay, you know? Aphrodite did an amazing job designing, because all I really gave Aphrodite was the fox as a reference, and said this, but femboy and slightly idle-ish, and yada yada yada. And yeah, it was a bit of a collaborative process, because she's actually the one who added all these gold trim elements, which I end up just loving to death. And it's still, some of these symbols are also still on Mask Nap. Yeah, this was an amazing model. It was. I still kind of want to use this for memes and jokes, but like I said, it's not me anymore. So let's see. We had this model for a while. And then we had the Napuppy arc, because I adopted Napuppy on a whim. And I just used this PNG for a while. I think for like literally 2 weeks. Literally 2 weeks. I did have the 3D model at one point. Was that before or after? Right. So then I used this for a while, and the Femboy model, I mean. And then I decided to bring back Stray. I decided, lore-wise, Stray is a different character from Napoleon, technically, different OC. And lore-wise, he kind of gets a bit magical, corrupted, yada yada. And that's where we got the Stray for Friendly, which he became sort of a purplish demon-looking guy with abdominals and muscles and lots of VR chat toggles of a certain nature. Although in hindsight, I do think that was a lot of me just wanting something for interacting with Kanan. Because at the time I debuted Demon Stray, we were kinda, sorta, but not really together. It was still like that sort of iffy situationship type thing. And admittedly, I'm a very hypersexual person, so I was like, oh, you know, let me get this. Saw this cute model, and I bought it. It was like a paired model because there's a matching femboy model to go with the mask model, and he was going to use that one, and I used the other one because the seller allowed that. The seller was like, you can buy both and use it as a couple as long as you're not both using both models at the same time. And yeah, that was the Stray era where I did, I think, 2 Twitch streams as Demon Stray and 1 Friendly stream as Demon Stray, and said, yeah, you know what? That ain't from me. That's not from me. I might consider, I've talked about like maybe doing some stuff on the side, but I don't think I'm comfortable being sexualized. I think that's the thing. I think that's what ends up becoming the thing. I'm getting a bit deep here, but like I want to be considered sexually attractive, but then also I don't want me to be sexualized. I don't know. Things are weird. Gender is weird. And orientation is weird. I just try not to worry about it. I just do what makes me happy. You know? It's the most human feeling, I know. 100%. Oh, I almost forgot. Before Stray Demon was a thing, we had this arc. Schmolpolian. Want to be attractive without being objectified is a valid want? Yeah. Sorry, I was away. Welcome back, Lucas. We're walking down memory lane. Yes. You missed my epic thing. Chibi Femboy. Yes. I loved this model so much. It's just much more expressive. I think that's what I'm liking, is I like very well animated and expressive models. And a lot of Live 2 stuff tends to not be that. And that includes my femboy form. The full-size femboy. The only thing that was weird with this form is a lot of people, the mouth moves very well. Look at these mouth shapes. Look at this. And also little teeths. Look at my little teeths. Ow. I've always been a biter. What can I say? I'm the first like get wrecked, y'all. You probably aren't, and that it just doesn't update live. Show me those mouths. Automod be doing work. Because I knew I had the power to rewind time. Yes. You zoomed in a lot with this one because of the eyes. Here, go away now, puppy. Look at the eyes. Eyes. And the little heart on the nose and the hearts on the cheeks. Oh, this is so cute. I love this model so much. The reason I stopped using this one, number one, again, femboy technically. So I was like, meh. But a lot of people interpret this as child or lowly, and I know this is not that. This is literally just I'm maintaining my femboy gender affirming form, but trying to make it less sexualized. And then people are like, oh, child. I'm like, no, not child. Still me, but small, and not. That was right after the one femboy bottoming friendly stream that I did with the femboy model. So maybe it was a bit reactionary to that. I don't know. Things are weird. It's very small. Yeah, exactly. Oh, on. I should already put that on loop, but I'm lazy. Were any of my streams ever family friendly before? Never. Never. Not a single one. Not a single one. I'm pretty sure that if you tried to do a family friendly stream, you would literally implode. and take like all landmass within a 50-mile radius with you. Playing on stream is pretty damn good. Yeah. Yeah, same. Yeah. Exactly. I don't want to be perceived as a child, but I also don't want to... Because that's the thing. It just felt awkward when someone would come into stream and they would see the femboy model and they'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, bottom. And like, you know, they would pull out all the freaking memes. And it's not even that it was offensive at any point. It was more that, like, it was boring. Like, that's your way of flirting with me? Like, skill issue. Get wrecked. I don't know. It was definitely, and I think you guys are seeing kind of a trend of moving towards something smaller and less sexualized, but also closer to who I am. Let's see, what else do I have? Nothing here. Then I went to the Stray Mark, because then that was sort of an attempt to be like, okay, so I don't want to be sexualized as a femboy. And that's what really made me start realizing, okay, maybe the gender crisis is over. And maybe I am actually just a boring, boring, uninteresting, cis male who just likes pink. And that's okay, of course. And that's where I went to Demon Stray, I think, because number one, a desire for something more masculine. But then yeah, I just didn't enjoy. I also just didn't enjoy doing Frenzy content, and it was just like how do I put this? I never think about this stuff, so I don't have the words for it. But like, how do I put it? Gender is fluid and femboy era might return, never say never. This is true. This is true. But it's probably going to be never. In fact, I have an idea for a new OC. Speaking of, Kit, DM me your character design rates. Thank you. That's all. Chat, be afraid. I identify as an idiot. You don't need to identify as an idiot. We can identify you as an idiot for you. Where am I going with this? Right. So I think Frenzy Conda I didn't enjoy because it was more of a, I am now presenting myself as the way that I would want to be sexualized, and I am still not enjoying it. And no one's showing up, so I didn't even feel desired or attracted or whatever. So I was like, all right, well, that ain't working. I'm out. It never scares me. Dabs. Dab on the haters. Dab on the haters. And then, yeah, then we went, I don't even want to launch VNN because I don't know, I don't even think I have my shit set up right now. That's when we went to the furry. I figured, okay, you know what? This ain't working. Let's do furry. And then we did the Anthroform. I should probably pull it out. If I'm going to do a whole memory lane thing, I might as well just open up VNN and pull it out. I'm whipping it out. This is what I mean when I said I had nothing prepared. Literally nothing. I'm not even going to switch my face cam shit either. VNN spouts, pre-multiplied alpha. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it here. Why is this? Okay. And that's when we came to this. Furry Nap has got to be one of my favorite naps. It is. It's such a good model. Let me scoot myself over. Boop, boop. He's just so cute. He is. He is. Look at this. Look at this adorable guy. Where are the flowers? Oh, that's a good point. This isn't the one with the flowers. There we go. The only thing I didn't like about this model is no matter what me and Kanan did, we could not find a ribbon asset that fit around the neck without causing major clipping issues with all the neck fluff. That was the big problem with this model. And at a certain point, I'm like, I want to debut this, and this is taking long. No, fluff is good. Fluff is great. Fluff is life. But combining ribbon and fluff is difficult, but worth it. And yeah, we used this model for a while up until me and Kanan moved in. And afterward, too. But after Kanan moved in, my merger work just got really bad last year. And is still really, really high workload. Which is obviously affecting the amount of time I have to make content. Could have removed most of the fluff and kept some on the chest maybe? No, I want the fluff. This is exactly the problem, is I want to keep the fluff, but I also want the ribbon. I tried to center the ribbon. We tried looking at like necklace ideas because I wanted to bring over the necklace from these other models. Both the Femboy and the Chibi form have this little ice cream pendant, which, by the way, is the source of some of Nap's powers, because he is technically undead. Floor drop. Floating ribbon? I could have done something floating, yeah. There were definitely options I could have gone with, but at a certain point, my mental energy was spent. You know? Also beans, which I'm still undecided if I like my sparkle beans, because they never show up. They never come up. And they're an added complexity to like the reference sheets and stuff. I absorb power from the stupidity of humanity, but unfortunately that means I have infinite power. You don't even need the rest of humanity for that. You just need yourself. Maybe one day you're not dying tomorrow, I hope. No. Although I do have something I want to talk about regarding health in a little bit. Try to tie the ribbon behind instead of front facing. Yeah, that is possible, but then when it's being used as a VTuber form and it's in the corner, how do you see it? See? See what I mean? Do I have any other avatars here? I think that's the only one I have. I never ported Stray over because I had issues with the emissions. I vote floating ribbon. Just like hovering next to him. Like a little... like a fairy. Maybe. If I ever get back to this, go back to this model. Okay, so low-key, I do have a new 3D model that I bought that I've been meaning to get customized. But that's going to be down the line. Because after I used that model for a while, I kind of felt I wanted to go human again. Floating around a bit, maybe sparkle the beans. Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. Little particles falling down from it. Because after I used that model for maybe 6-9 months, minus the content drought that happened after Kanan's Twitch ban. Fuck you, Shitman. I wanted to get something more mask, something more, something more mask. And I wanted to lean more into like wizard stuff, because I do like a lot of magic stuff. I do like a lot of shit like that. And where is it? I can't find the goddamn reference sheet. I'm stupid. Where is my reference sheet? Is it in my art icon folder? No, it's not there. Where the fuck did I put this goddamn thing? Oh god. I found all my reference sheets, but I haven't found the commission. Oh god. I need to sleep because I wake up early tomorrow. Congrats on the Smug Nap debut. Thank you. Thank you. It's the live 2D Fox. That's what we're calling it. Or maybe Blanky. Blanky Nap. This is the Blanky. Doing great to get up. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good sleep, Lucas. Have a good sleep. While I try to find you, Smug. Okay, I guess you can do that. I am pretty smug sometimes. On M. Key. Okay, hold on. Mask. I'm gonna search for it. I do have it. Okay, there we go. I just had to search for it because I'm stupid. Oh. That's where we came with Mask Nap. Yeah. There we go. A Mask Nap, again, was an attempt to, again, create a more masculine form using Nap. And I still love this design. I still want to use it again. I even had a preliminary little design for a mage staff / spear combo that he was going to use. Abs. Look at those abs. Holy shit. But then everything I thought of was more casual outfits and more normal outfits and none of this wizard stuff. And I realized, do I want to do the wizard stuff? Which I do love all the details that I ended up bringing back over, because like, come on OBS, let me resize this. Ow. I love all the little details I did to this outfit when I designed it. I designed this entire outfit myself, and it probably shows, but I literally made a 30-page PowerPoint presentation to send to the artist and be like, this is how I want the hat, this is how I want the pauldron, this is how I want the shirt. Everything from the boots to the leather straps, everything was my design. And I just handed them the PowerPoint and they made it work. I love this thing. I do. I gotta do more with it. I love the hairstyle. I love the ponytail, the beard, all that stuff. Oh my god. Now I'm on all this. But yeah, that was an attempt again to make a more masculine form of Nap. But it just, I like this a lot and I want to do more with it. And I think it was more that the type of model I want, or the type of PNG tuber I want, or like the type of anything I want with this is expensive. And I'm broke. So yeah, that was, again, a more of a shift away from femboy and towards masculine, while still sort of having the option to be sexualized. And I do love how I kept a lot of, like, I intentionally kept like the gold trims from the femboy form. You can see it on the arm cape specifically. He still has like a flower on his little leg pouch here. He still has the buttons from the femboy outfit on his vest, as well as the little masculine symbol. And then obviously he still has the ice cream pendant, which holds like the powers and stuff, on his little hat, his little wizard hat. Oh well. Very good, very good design by Megament, and it's really great. I loved that. But yeah, once I had the reference sheet, I kind of didn't do anything with it. It just feels like something that was more meant as an option for me to present and not as like a content thing, you know? And I've always wanted a live 2D of the Fox form. And I've always wanted something that is very expressive, something that definitely suits me the most. And that's how we came to this. Because also in there, I almost forgot, over here on the video tube, we also got a new form in the puppy, done by, of course, Prince Kid here in chat. Who needs to update their YouTube name to say Prince. Lol. I love this thing. I do. I have that mug. If you guys remember Zilf over on Twitch, Zilf bought me that mug off Throne. It's so outdated, I can't look at it. Help. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it looks great. I think it looks great. I think you're hard on yourself, like most artists are. I used that for a little bit. And yeah, I'm back. I'm back, and I've got a new form, and I'm wiggly, and I've got a blanket. Looks great. What do you mean? That's what I'm saying. Not that I'm hard on myself. I know I can do it better now. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, bestie. You did a great job. You can be proud of where you were, and you can be proud of where you are. I held shift too long, and I got filter keyed. What the heck? Glad you like it, though? Yeah. Hell, filter keys. No. You guys remember sticky keys? Where you tap shift too many times, you little bleep bloop. Models to die for. It is. It is. Oh, I'm going to have so much fun with it. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that's the plan moving forward, is this model. I still might swap out the backgrounds because and I need to think of how I'm going to do everything. Because here's one thing. Okay. I was told not to worry about this, but I'm still worrying about it. I was in call with Kanan and a few other creators. And one of the things that I like, you got so much Forbidden Knowledge. You did your, no, wait, that's not, how do I pronounce that again? I'm sorry. I remember reading exactly how to pronounce it, and then I fucking forgot. Uraida, right. Welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate coming by and seeing the new model. There's a lot of Forbidden Knowledge, I know. But don't worry about it. Where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought, but don't worry about it. I got followed by fungal galaxies? What the heck? Okay. Worries as a response to not worry about it. That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. Numao is to die for. I love this so much. All right, so I was going to talk about content plans. So obviously, I still have to record the podcast today. Podcast will continue. Warrior Cats. So we're supposed to do the Warrior Cats stream next week. Low key, let's push it a month. I gotta get going, but it's so great seeing you on stream again, seeing you around. Have a new model, see you around. Thank you, Prince. Have a good day. Get those chores done. I'm gonna be trying streaming about once a week, because that's probably as much as I can handle right now with work and with content and work-life balance. At least until I move. Hopefully, once we move, I'll be able to have some more free time to schedule collabs. I still might schedule collabs during the week and stuff. Bye. But podcast will continue because that's frankly kind of easy to do. Warrior Cats Book Club. We're gonna push it a month, and I'm pushing it a month for one reason. Number one, I'm not gonna get through the second book by next week. Number two, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's reading the books at this point. And number 3, I have a few things coming up in May that I wanted to talk about. People schedule collabs. We try. I rarely schedule collabs these days. Like, even when someone reaches out, I'm like, well, before today, I would turn down a lot of collabs that aren't with friends because I'm not streaming and I wasn't making content. And I feel bad when I'm collabing, but I'm not actually streaming, you know? Even if I get reassured that that's okay, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. But now I could definitely schedule more collabs because I can stream my end. But it's tough. It's tough. Between work sometimes dropping lots of meetings on me and after hours work on me, and also the medical needs of both myself and my partner, a lot of collabs I end up having to either cut short or be late for, and I feel bad doing that. So I try not to schedule too many collabs unless it's like at this time, unless it's like the morning. I'm doing a quick like 1 or 2 hour YouTube stream anyway, and just do it that way. I actually owe someone some Deep Rock because of that. But yeah, we're going to delay the Warrior Cats book club for a month. And there's a reason for that. And those reasons are, I have a lot of stuff going on in May. So I can't do next week because I'm not going to get the book done in time. But what I'm thinking we're going to do, and it's going to be based on my health, we're going to have a little stream event in 2 weeks. We're going to have a little fundraising stream. And I'll tell you exactly why. On May 9th, I'm getting a little bit of surgery done. I don't want anyone to worry. This is an elective procedure. I have talked about this a bit on stream before, but in case people have forgotten, because it's been ages, I am getting a vasectomy while I still have the human rights to do so. So I'm going to go into an office and they're going to go down and they're going to cut my balls off. Not actually. But number one, I really want art of me wearing a cone. But I can't afford shit right now, which is why we're going to do a bit of fundraiser, because American insurance is terrible. And while I know it's going to be covered by insurance, I'm going to be responsible for an amount of the procedure. And I can't get a straight answer as to how much. And it can be anywhere from $50 to almost $1,000. Yeah, not very happy about that. So, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I might not even do a fundraiser event. I might just keep streaming. But I'm getting that surgery done on the 9th, on May 9th. Which actually means I might want to do the Warrior Cats book club that Sunday. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'll ask the Discord server. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord server. It's mostly inactive, so don't feel bad if you spam channels. Which I should probably set up a thing. Do I have a thing set up? Where's my commands? Scoops, socials. Do I have Discord? I think I have Discord. I can't do exclamation point without triggering the blanket. And I do need to make a command for the new Link Hub, because now the Link Hub is live. Thank God. I haven't had a website forever, and I'm not getting to building my custom site anytime soon, it seems. But yeah, so Warrior Cat Book Club delayed depending on the outcome of my surgery. Possibly doing a stream event to help fund the surgery, depending on what the final bill ends up being. And then I am... I don't know if we want to talk about this, but there's something coming up at the end of May that we'll definitely announce at the time that me and Kane are doing. But I don't know if we want to announce that ahead of time. So, yeah. But especially June onwards, I think we're going to be doing a lot of streams. We're definitely going to be doing at least one daily stream on Sunday, and then everything else will be Gorilla. And it'll be it's either going to be 9 a.m. like this one, or it's going to be earlier, number one, or it's going to be late. It's going to be like evening my time, so 7 p.m., maybe even like 10 p.m. I don't know. And we're going to keep them short. I feel like YouTube does better with shorter streams. Like, it's not like Twitch where you want to stream longer and longer times because you build up audience over time. YouTube more or less prioritizes the initial viewership. So if you have good views, the first like 30 minutes, your stream gets pushed better. But if you don't, down the drain. Just like my TikTok. So I do want to do TikTok streams though. That's the thing. I got the thing today for Live Studio, and I gotta download it, and I gotta play around with it. I might do a TikTok stream, maybe even later today. I don't know. Follow the TikTok. I should set up that command. Lamau. I only have a Blue Sky command and a Discord command. I gotta set up. I'm gonna do this on. Let's just do socials. I used to have an all socials command that would post all of my shit because I would, especially early days, I would cross post everything. I was on Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, everything. And now I'm just like, I got Blue Sky. Shrug. Socials. Action. Chat message. My links. Pointing emoji. https:// card. napbytes.card.co. That's what it is, right? napbytes.card.co. Save. I did not put it in a command group. Command group socials. Save. Toggles always get in my way. I know. Boop. Test command. There we go. Test the link. Make sure it works. Does it work? It works. You guys might recognize that website if you were in here in the before times, because I made that ages ago. And so, funny thing, there's a very specific reason I went back to card. The 4 times sounds anonymous. I know. Surprisingly, I wasn't always a VTuber, and I wasn't always a tiny small fox. But I wonder if it's still live. Actually, hold on. No, it's not. Okay. I used to use beacons. And then beacons kind of went hard into AI territory, and I was like, nah. So I switched from card to beacons. And I was going to reuse beacons because the beacons site had a very good credits page that I spent a lot of time on. Like, it was organized. Like, you could just pick model artist, emote artist, etc. And it would give you a snippet of the art they've made for me and a link to their social profiles. And it was really, really good. Pro tip. If you use a custom email address from a domain, don't let the domain expire. It's bad. Because now I can't log into Beacons because I don't know the password. Because my password manager, I changed password managers a while ago, and now it doesn't work. It doesn't have the password. So I guessed a few passwords. None of them work. So I go to reset the password, but the reset password goes to an email for a domain that I do not own anymore and does not exist anymore. So I fucked myself. I played myself. So now that, and I've been trying to go through and find other places that use that email address, because I'm very adverse to like signing in with other services. So I always try to set up an email and password. Long ago, we're going back ancient times now. When I was in college, obviously I would need to buy textbooks. And what I would do is I would rent textbooks from a website called Chegg. And I logged into Chegg with my Facebook account at the time. Music, come back. Here's the problem. Chegg then discontinued logging in through Facebook. And I didn't think that was a problem. I know Facebook, I know. I deleted Facebook when I turned 30, and then I reinstalled it because Kanan uses it. Although, funny story, I got 3 stories going at once. I hope you guys can keep up. But I had deleted my Facebook when I was 30, and then when I tried to make a new one, it kept automatically banning me before I even uploaded anything. And it turns out Facebook, I guess, could tell that I was this previous account holder and was banning me under the duplicate account policy. Except, what do you mean duplicate account policy? I deleted my account. I remember, I literally have the email. It said, do not log in for 30 days and your account will be deleted. And then, this was years later, 2 or 3 years later, I go to log into the account, logs me right in. I said, delete this shit. Huh? What? So, yeah, number 1, if you delete your Facebook account, make sure it actually got deleted. And number 2, don't fall in love with a boy wife who still uses Facebook, because then you'll have to reactivate it. It was not truly deleted, yes. And yes, they also offer the option to deactivate your account. I was very thorough. I made sure to delete. And they just did not delete it. They just didn't do it. So yeah, fuck Facebook, I say, with Facebook on my phone. Anyway. So I logged into Chegg with Facebook. And Chegg decides they are not offering login through Facebook anymore. And I said, okay, that's fine. No worries. Here's the problem. I wrote off those textbook expenses on my taxes because I can write those off. And then the IRS came knocking. And the IRS said, hey, we don't have evidence that you rented these books. Can you provide that evidence? So I said, okay, cool. Let me log in and get the receipt. Oh no, I can't log in. I have a new account, but the order and the order number and the invoice is not there because it's a new account. So I email their support and say, hey, can I get this invoice? And they're like, lol, get fucked. They literally said, like, they don't have access. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have access? You disabled Facebook login like 2 months ago. You still have to have records. And they're like, no records for you, bitch. So yeah, ever since then, I've made a point to never, ever click any button that says log in with Facebook, log in with Google, log in with Apple, log in with this, log in with that, log in with my fucking deck. You're getting my email and I'm setting a password. That's it. That's what you're getting. You're not linking to my socials. You're not tracking me through that shit. And you're not going to screw me over when you decide to disable that at some point. So, yeah. And now, in a way, that's screwed me over. Because now with the Beacons situation, thankfully that subscription did not renew. So I didn't pay them any more money. but I can't even log into that account, which makes me happy that it's at least not, the site's not up because it's outdated and probably has better SEO. The only things I would do that are things I would never ever use without them. Exactly. Like I could see using login with Twitch and YouTube for Stream Elements if you use that. Or, you know, anything that requires that for the functionality you want. But anything more than that is just excessive, I guess. I'm registered in a website that speedrun communities use to organize marathons. I would not use that without Twitch because I cannot stream speedrun marathon without my stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's just crazy to me that every freaking website now, every random ad-filled news website pops up and says, "Hey, do you want to sign in with Google? Do you want to sign in with your Google account? Here's your full name that we're exposing on stream." Yeah, no thanks. No, thank you. I have been conscious of Google Plus. Exactly. I have been conscious of Google of big tech tracking since probably 2006. That's how far back that I have gone well out of my way to avoid using my real name, linking accounts. I use VPN services. I currently use Firefox with a container tab, with a container for every single website I use regularly, and a cookie auto delete to delete all cookies in that container that do not affect the function of that website. I literally isolate myself as much as possible, and they still know. They still know. Nobody on the internet knows my face or real name. Well, I've posted my face, so I can't say that. But although I did want to mention that I did hide the few VODs I face cammed on this channel. If you watched my little spiel when I first revealed the model, I just it's not even like a body dysmorphia or like I don't think I'm attractive thing, but more of a I love VTubing as a medium and want to be seen as a VTuber, even though the VTuber community sometimes is not a lot of fun. But yeah, I guess I don't mind the face. I also have not posted, like, my Facebook, my private Facebook and my private Instagram have been set to completely private, friends only, for probably 15 years at this point. And I have not leaked like my face anywhere. So it only being on like my Blue Sky is like not a big deal to me, I feel. I also would I literally took this a little too far because, again, especially when I first started VTubing and I had already seen some of the horror stories, and I knew I was being a femboy creator, and so don't get me started on the femboy VTubers, but and the femboy VTuber fans. I would post photos to Twitter when I used Twitter. You know, I would post like photos of my dog when I went visited my parents, or, you know, food that I ate. That tea is hot, I know. And what I would do is I would edit the location, because when you take a photo on iPhone, I actually have the camera app denied location permissions, so it doesn't add any location metadata to any photo I ever take. But I decided to go a step further, and a lot of the real life photos I took and posted to Twitter, I would actually spoof the location of. So it would be like, here's my dog, and the location data on the photo, if someone actually looked, would be like middle of nowhere Serbia or the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. If I could find a way to make the metadata say I was on the moon, I would have done it. I stopped doing it after a while just because I got lazy, and I knew that there was no location data on that. But yeah, I would spoof that shit. I was, yeah, I was trying to be very, very careful. And I tried to stay out of drama, and I tried to stay out of a lot of things. Didn't matter, still found me somehow. Which is why we're on YouTube. Because fuck Twitch. Twitch is stinky. The VTubing is weird. I don't want to get too negative though, because it is a medium. And the medium is what I love the most, with people coming up with more and more creative ways to express themselves and creative content to create. I keep saying, I want to get away from saying content. Creative projects that they work on. And if that means I have to remove VT from my name at the very least, I'm going to do that. I also removed VTuber from my bios. I may have missed one or two, now that I think about it. But I removed VTuber from my bios, and I want to be referred to as an entertainer, or a podcaster, or a streamer, or an engineer. Oh, I got so tangented, I did not talk my engineer talk that I was going to talk about earlier. So, I was able to get a hold of a few things. Local company that was selling shit on Facebook Marketplace. And I was able to get a hold of a few things. Number one, I have a Cisco switch and a Cisco router now, which is great because even though I've done a lot of engineering work, if you don't know, I work as a infrastructure systems engineer because I'm a furry, and that means you're either work in tech or in science, and I'm a tech guy. I work with Azure, I work with servers, engineering, and yeah, all that fun stuff. But one of my weak points is networking. I'm really bad at like DNS, DHCP, and routing and all that cool stuff. So I was able to get a Cisco switch and router for dirt cheap. And I managed to get a NUC as well, which if you don't know is one of those mini PCs. It's like 6 inches by 6 inches and like 4 inches tall, which is a totally acceptable range of inches, by the way, for many reasons. And I want to hook that up as like a media server. For a reason, STEM in a Venn diagram is a perfect circle. Exactly. Exactly. STEM and also arts. Add an A to the end of that. There's a lot of art furries that are just not STEM people at all. And I feel like there's a lot of like art furries. But yeah, I got a little STEAM. Exactly. Oh my God, that's perfect. That works. Beautiful. Amazing. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and medicine. Bet. That's why gamers use Steam. So yeah, I'm gonna set up a media server for streaming legal home videos. Because I want to preserve memories. Low-key, I am actually gonna use that for like content, for like storing VODs and storing clips and shit like that. Because I'm currently storing a lot of that stuff in cloud, and it's not that I'm running out of space, but if I keep it in cloud and work through the cloud, it's slow. But if I keep it on my local computer, it takes up too much space. And the solution to that is for it to not be on my computer, but also not be in the cloud. And that means local server time. The NUC that I got is going to be used as a media center. So I already have it hooked up to the TV. I bought a remote, but I can't get the remote to working. I think I need to buy like an IR blaster or something. I gotta figure that out. But I need to get a network switch. Not network switch, network rack. So I can mount those, because they're rack mounted servers, the two Cisco things I got. Well, I guess they're not servers, they're a switch and a router. And I want to get a server. I want to get a rack-mounted server with a good SAN capacity. And I've heard good things about Synology, but it's kind of expensive. And I know servers are expensive anyway, but I struggle, and here's one of the reasons I struggle. I can get a little bit political. If you guys don't know, Microsoft is now the target of boycott, divest. I forget what the S is. People want to boycott Microsoft because of their support of Israel, and I can be slightly a part of that, but it's hard to do when my entire career is built around Windows Server engineering. I can't exactly quit my job because then I'd be homeless, and that helps no one, least of all my boyfriend. So yeah, it's one of those things where I guess I could stay away from Microsoft games for a while. Although I really want to play Oblivion. I'm not going to buy the remaster. I kind of want to mod the OG Oblivion, because that's my favorite Elder Scrolls game. But I probably won't stream it. Just enjoy it. I feel like, and this is a problem I talked about last year, and I talk about pretty frequently. A lot of streamers, I feel, fall into this trap where they don't do the things they love to do for themselves. They do it for the stream. They do it for the content. And by that I mean that people hold back. They're like, I don't want to play this game that I like because I want to play it on stream. And then you wait until you have a collab, or you wait until stream day, and then you get sick, and then you delay stream, and then you end up just not doing it, or doing it and not actually enjoying it as much as you thought you would. And I think a lot of streamers fall into that that trap, you know? It's it can lead to a lot of burnout. It can lead to a lot of how do you say, disappointment. So I think it's important, even as a creator, to play stuff offline, to be able to enjoy things without making it a content thing, to not be forced to do the entertainment, you know? You don't need to be entertainment on all things. It's just a balance. It's a balance to be found. I almost can't, yeah? Sorry, I'm still finishing my monster. I'm still used to being low energy, that's fine. That's fair. I mean, that's fair. That's low-key why I'm going to be okay with only doing like a short 2-hour stream on Sundays once a week, because I know I got so much else going on, you know, between, again, work being a lot compared to a year ago, with real life stuff and a relationship to manage and an apartment to manage, and also, you know, I haven't really talked about this, but one of the reasons my content really slowed down maybe 2 years ago, plus 2.5 years ago, because I used to upload TikToks regularly. I used to really make sure I streamed 3 days a week, and that was up until like September of the first year that I was streaming. Literally like right after debut of the Femboy model, I went to the Renaissance Fair, and my mother was really, really, really sick for no reason. And we found out later that she had come down with cancer. Not to bring the mood down or anything, but in addition to like all the difficulties of the past 2.5 years, especially the past year since Kanan's Twitch ban, it's been trying to manage being too far from my parents to help, and worrying a lot about it, and also trying to manage a new relationship and manage a cross-country move, and then trying to make content while my work steps up. It's a lot these days. It's a lot. And so I kind of get that of just kind of feeling like you're always burnt out and low energy and you're being propped up by Monster Energy and a New York bagel. But we persist. We persist with the horrors. We find ways to make content, to be happy despite it all. Even if it means I do a 2-hour stream once a week and record a 1-hour long podcast once a week and do a book club every 2 months until things calm down, until we move somewhere more affordable, and we have a better life, a happier life. Not that we're unhappy, obviously. It's more just, that's a lot. But that's life. That's life. And there's beauty in persisting. That's why I got a little blankie for when I need to take a nap. Nap needs a nap. But yeah, what else can I talk about? I can maybe bring up some subjects for the podcast. I've considered recording the podcast live, but I don't like. I don't know, because the video podcast, I don't like to edit it. I like to just kind of pause recording when I need to take a break. But I can't have the model on screen because I guess I don't like the model being on screen for the video podcast, which is weird, I think. But what are my notes? Gura, no. Gura's graduation. I could talk about Fedora and the laptop. I can compare AI and 3D TVs. I kind of talked today about being lewd but not lewd. It's a weird place to be. I saw someone talking about this the other day on Blue Sky. It's really weird. More like gradation. You are not right. Get out. No. Get out. Not actually. Stay here. I need the viewers. Brain? Brain work? Brain no work? Repost B-Sky? Repost B-Sky. I guess I talked a lot about that today when I was going over all the old forums, is this sort of disconnect between wanting to be a sexual person and be desired in certain ways, but also being kind of uncomfortable with it. Like simultaneously wanting, and that's why I have mask naps, so there is an appropriate way to be sexualized. Because like I'm not that type of furry. Like you're gonna see, I talk about this every now and then. I will follow a furry artist and I'm like, oh wow, that's super cute. I love their art style. They draw such cute furry creaturas, and I follow them and I put them on my art dopamine list. And then like 2 weeks later, I scroll and I see, oh, they just posted an animal with bits. Gross. Get that shit off my feed. Oh, I'm not that type of furry. Okay, listen. Femboys are also really sexual sometimes, and it's uncomfortable. Yes. I mean, like at least with that, they're human or humanoid. They're bipedal. But yeah. And that's not to say that for me at least, that's uncomfortable. I more actually had a problem with the femboy fans who would come in and be that way. I don't mind femboys being active, but I would like more non-sexual femboy representation. Yes, I think that is a valid desire. I think, and there's definitely some people out there who I feel like I'm stumbling over my words. Femboys become such a sexualized term that it's become synonymous with someone who's at least sussy and lewd. And I find that if I look for someone who more describes themselves as soft boys or comfy boys, that they tend to just kind of be borderline femboys that aren't sexual. Like my friend Neko, I feel falls into that category of he's not lewd. He's actually, he doesn't even curse on stream. And he has to deal with people who come in and they're just being a little too sexual. And moderating that is a difficult thing to do. Because he definitely has that vibe where if he was on stream going, I'm a pussy, blah, 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 like, you wouldn't be surprised, but he's actually not. He's actually very, very comfy, very, very safe for work. And yeah, and that was my issue too, of like not wanting to be sexualized, but also being a femboy. But also it kind of started off as me wanting to be sexualized, and then I kind of changed my mind over time. Very demure, very demindful. Exactly. Demindful? What's with my words today? I'm dehydrated, I think. I need more Monster Energy. I think that's the thing. I wanted content that was a bit more real. And a lot of femboy creators specifically, I feel like there's a lot of people who hate on sexual women VTubers who are always just big booba in your face, like chat, ara. But number one, male streamers can be just as bad. I am guilty of that at times in the past. And femboys are probably the worst of the bunch when it comes to that. And again, this is not necessarily saying that that's a bad thing. Like, my boyfriend is a femboy and does full-blown sussy stuff, and that's okay. It's just... How do I put this? It's definitely an underrepresentative thing. My policy is I don't like it, I don't watch it if they're not hurting anyone. Exactly. If they're not hurting anyone, like, okay, go for it. And I think, especially like with Kanan, I have watched his content for a long time. And he definitely finds a way. I don't know how he does it. He finds a way to be very sexual while also staying real. He doesn't take bullshit. He doesn't lean into garbage. He doesn't like some of the fantasy stuff, like obviously is meant to portray a fantasy, but whenever someone like steps out of line, he's got no problems correcting them. And I think he finds a really, really good balance. And I think that a lot... Oh, speaking of the devil, there he is. Hello, lovely boy wife. Good morning. I hope you had a good sleep. We were talking about a lot of femboys being overly sexual for no reason and making interactions with other creators uncomfortable. And I think to an extent of that is also like boundary expression, you know? But it's a hard line to walk sometimes. And that's a line that I'm walking, to be honest, because again, I do not want to be sexualized. I have a character that is very cute and very small and very adorable, and people love it, and I love that people love it. I love him too. I love me. This is me. I am me, and I love myself because I'm the best. But I don't want people to see this as a sexual object, obviously. Obviously, it's a fox. What's wrong with you? He's talking about me as you're talking about me. No, I was talking about Kanan, not Shitnan. And... Oh, is that the music? No. But at the same time, I'm a very sexual person. I want to talk about kinks, and I want to talk about furry shit, and I want to talk about femboys, and I want to talk about these topics, and I want to be able to make jokes about it, and for people to not be weird or misconstrue that as me endorsing the worst among the furries. I shouldn't say worst. I have to go down straight, have fun, and bonk support. Okay, Kaho, have a good one. Yeah. I don't want to say worst because here's the thing. I don't like that stuff. I do not like that stuff. I don't like seeing that stuff. But I also think there's a sort of purity mentality when it comes to artists. And I think there's a lot of artists out there, including those who draw human characters, who have drawn things that they would not be proud of. And to an extent, especially when it comes to not safe for work stuff, drawing certain not safe for work things is almost necessary to learn anatomy. And that can literally make you a better artist of things that are not safe for work, that are safe for work and totally normal. It's kind of weird. I always feel like, and I think there's a lot of artists that would agree with me, half of all the furry artists have an alt where they've been inactive for 10 years, but they drew some of the worst shit. I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like that specific art stuff. But like, at the same time, as long as they're not posting it, so I don't see it, and they don't make it like a whole thing, because then people make that their entire freaking identity, you know? Like the VTubers who are out there who literally portray themselves as children and make it part of their branding. That's like a whole different level. I'm trying to think if I experienced that. If anything, I did lewd tubing with an OC I didn't like in the end. Yes, I think to an extent that sort of lines up with what I'm trying to talk about. But at the same time, you know, there was other stuff going on for you at the time. Anyway. And it's just a matter of like, I don't want to deny artists the ability to practice their anatomy. And at the same time, and also a lot of people use this as like a mental thing, like a mental health thing. They have to kind of get it out so that it's not weighing on them. And I always say any way of coping, even unhealthily, is better than not coping, because not coping is what leads to some of the worst outcomes. Everyone does something that's stupid, and it's whether or not you realize it and correct it. Exactly. I think that's very true. And I'm trying to think if I've ever done that. I don't think I have. Really? Okay, I actually, you know what I could say is there were quite a lot of VTubers who, especially in the first year, in the first 6 months, let's say, that were overtly sexual towards me. And because I was mid-gender crisis with a femboy form, I leaned into it. And I probably leaned into it too much. And I feel like almost... there's a lot of people who wanted ERP. There's a lot of people who wanted E-sex and you know, shit like that. And I feel like in the moment I would have wanted that, and then later on would regret it, and then end up either ghosting them or not ghosting them really, but sort of like I almost feel like my indecision about whether to follow through with that type of casual encounter stuff led me to almost come off as I was leading people on, and I didn't want to be perceived that way. And it's odd. That has happened to me with viewers, and it's been really uncomfortable. Yeah, a lot of people, again, a lot of people see femboy as a sexual term and not, in my opinion, as a valid gender identity. And it results, especially in content, with people being really, really freaking weird. And a lot of that is enforcing boundaries, and a lot of that is communicating it. The issue is they didn't see me as a femboy, but as a full-on girl. Oh, even worse. Ban. Instant. Get him out of there. That type of shit earns you an instant ban from my community. I remember banning someone who literally had gifted me like so many subs because they said one transphobic stream in chat on Twitch, and I DM'd them, and I was like, what the fuck was that? and they doubled down. And I was like, I literally have the screenshot of me telling them, you're pathetic. You're marginalizing a whole group because you think they're a little bit mean. Get the fuck out of my community. My community will always be trans and gay friendly. I will always make sure that my spaces are safe. I give people probably too many chances when I start getting whiffs. But once they confirm that they're a bigot, they're out of here. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how much you've supported me. You're out. I got mad. Sorry. I got mad on your behalf. I apologize. I was just playing my game. Exactly. Yeah, Kanan's been through that a lot. Especially recently with people just going like, oh, you're trans. And okay, I'm not going to stick around anymore. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I'm cis, but my voice is really femme and not showing face on the internet. Most people hear me and it's like, oh, you girl. No, I'm not. Oh, that's the thing. It's like that for you. Then it's not even really a trans thing as much as it's just people being creeps on the internet, which frankly is as big of a problem and probably somewhat the cause of some of the stuff that trans people experience. As people think all femboys want to be girls. Exactly. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Is people assume that all the cis male femboys want to be trans, and then it's a whole thing. My thing is creeps not chasers. Yes, also an issue. Also an issue. It's yeah, especially when I did that one bottoming stream I mentioned a while ago. I had done like a subathon, and one of the goals was to stream on Friendsly with a toy. Because I have always been adamant that despite, even when I was a femboy, that I was a top, despite me being pastel and wearing a dress. And people didn't get it. And especially once that stream goal was unlocked, even before that stream, people got really weird. And people got really pushy. And people started really disrespecting my boundaries. And people are creeps. Like it's just it's hard. It's hard on the internet. It's hard on the internet as someone who's not, you know, traditionally presenting, I guess. I use bad words sometimes to describe good ideas. So excuse me if I trip over my words and I say things not good. Brain no work. English hard. Am fox. No speak. No talk. People, audience viewing. Yeah, the problem is people. Don't trust people. Trust a fox instead. Give them your wallet. Yeah. It's a problem. And to be honest, again, I don't want to get too deep into it, but there are people, especially femboy creators, who lean into that, who actually intentionally sort of say, oh, you know, I might be trans and I might not be, and I might, you know, and they lead on their audience with like, oh, you know, I love you guys so much. And, you know, admittedly, I had a very emotional spiel at the start of stream, but I value my medium and I value my community. And that doesn't mean that I encourage parasocialism that a lot of sexualized creators in general, not even specifically femboys, do. And I think that's honestly part of the problem. It's kind of a greater problem, is because a lot of creators and a lot of large creators intentionally egg that on for the sake of content, for the sake of money, for whatever it is. It results in that becoming a market expectation. And as a result, viewers will act that way to some huge femboy who returns their $10 donation with a, oh my God, I love you so much. And then goes and does it to a normal person and then gets surprised that they get banned. It's not to say that those creators are specifically to blame. I want to say this in the context that almost all all these issues end up becoming greater societal problem structures. And I don't want to say that this all happens in a vacuum, even with VTubers. You know, this is a thing with streamers as well. So it's a difficult thing to navigate, and I hate to say that my choices of models and presentation online is informed by that. To be entirely frank, and I think that also it was helpful for my gender crisis, to be honest. But it definitely affects the content I make to not want to attract certain viewers, you know? Like, even one thing I was watching, who was I watching? I forget, but I have been watching a lot of like Kenji drama / like Karen content stuff. I go through phases where I find a creator that I've known about for a while, and then I just watch like all their videos over the course of a month, and I love them to death, and then I never go back. I did that with Ludwig. I did that with Schlatt. I did that with... I'm doing that with... Brain? Dial-up noises. Anyway, I would never do drama as content. Or I'm not even sure if I want to do any kind of react content. Although I think it would be fun. Because I don't want to draw the audience that would watch that. You know? I don't want to attract a drama audience. Even if I have shit I want to talk about. So there's also that sort of disconnect, you know? Like of enjoying a type of content that I would not actually make myself. That seemed more related in my head than I think it came out. But it is what it is. Anyway. It is 11 o'clock my time. And judging by Kanan being in the chat, he is probably very eepy and very hungry and needs sustenance, needs breakfast. And frankly, I'm a little bit hungry too. So I think this is where we're going to wrap it up. I might edit the debut down a little bit. I did not record this. I might have to download it from YouTube and then edit it a little bit, but I'm going to leave the VOD up for now. But yeah, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go make breakfast, and then I got to record the podcast later. Yay! And then I got to reschedule the Warrior Cats book club. Yay! And then I got to figure out how I'm going to get chat on screen with YouTube without using Stream Elements. Yay! Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you guys like the new model. It's so cute. It's adorable. I hope you love it the way I love it. And I will see you guys next stream, probably next week. Same time, same place. And maybe I'll schedule a collab or something. Maybe I'll play a video game. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some Wordle. We haven't done dailies in a while. I haven't done Wordle in a while. Or Connections. Fuck Connections. Connections sucks. I'm gonna play it anyway though. But yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Socials. Work, damn you. Work. You bitch. Fuck you. Oh, there it goes. It just took 3 business days to pop up. I might need to change the blanket hotkey because every time I do exclamation point, it toggles the blanket. Yes, there's all my links. I'm going to try to make some TikToks again. I'm going to try to be live on TikTok at some point. I only really post daily to Blue Sky, and even then I might have days off. Otherwise, you're in the right place if you want to see my streams. You can also go to the Nap Talks podcast. If you like podcasts, I am on Spotify and Apple Music. And what's the other big one? I forget, but I'm everywhere. That link will give you everything, including the RSS feed, to add it to your app of choice. It's also on YouTube if you want the video version, although the only really difference for the video version is that there's a waveform on screen for you to look at. Shrug. And yeah, join the Discord. Discord for fun times, for quick posts of bullshit, occasional voice call hangouts, and the like. Man, I gotta like write down an outro because I am all over the place. Discord is also for the Warrior Cats book club. If you like the Warrior Cats books, or if you want to read them for the first time, we are currently doing a Warrior Cats book club where I am reading all 6 of the Warrior Cat books over the course of the year. We're about to have the final week or 2 before we talk about book number 2. So if you want to read the 2 books in the few weeks up until that point, go ahead. Otherwise, you can get a head start on book number 3. And we will have a stream where we talk about it eventually. Maybe. Probably. Yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hit the subscribe. Where's my thing? Hold on. Where's the subscribe thing? Shit, I don't have it on the screen. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe. Like the video. Like it right now. Do it now, bitch. Fuck you. Okay, I'm pushing the button. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.